After comparing all our findings, all the interviewees agreed that an exciting milestone was reached on Wednesday, October 23 at the IIUM campus. The IIUM Student Union, or IIUMSU, made history as the first student-led autonomy and governance in a Malaysian university in about 40 years. The successful launch in Wadi Budi marked a significant moment for the university community. Founded on September 5, 2019, this organization is defined by the strong bond among its members, collaborative decision-making with the university administration, and independence in overseeing student matters. Introducing the union, Minister of Education Dr. Mazli Malik, who previously served as the president of IIUM, proposed and launched this initiative. In his opening remarks, he emphasized the importance of cultivating a sense of responsibility and maturity among students, as they now hold a significant role in the university's governing body.
Okay, my personal opinion about student activism. I think firstly we should look at the words mahasiswa itself. Mahasiswa, when we see it, perkataan maha di hadapan siswa itu melambangkan terpaling. Kalau kita letak maha kaya, terpaling kaya. Dan kita balik kepada mahasiswa, bila mention maha kat situ, terpaling berpendidikan. Okey, terpaling berpendidikan. So kat situ kita tengok, bila kita sebut aktivism itu kita nampak dia more kepada atau boleh sinonimkan sebagai advocacy. Yang mana gerakan yang dibawa oleh mahasiswa itu yang mampu merubah dari segi politik, dari segi sosial, dari segi ekonomi negara itu sendiri.
I see a bigger picture of student activism. Student activism is not just limited to what students do to fill up their cocoa, their in area we call sub point, and not just to get a reputation. Student activism is something that students need to do in order to fulfill their roles, their true roles as a student. So when you think that we as a student have a true roles in our time as a student, we will find what is our role. Sometimes students find their role wrongly. Sometimes students find their role okay lah, betul lah.
Okay, you know that everyone has his own point of view of student activism, where the people sometimes might share that, okay, this might be a rebellious place to be, to be in. Like, if you are a student activist, you need to be rebellious, you need to be against the management, you need to be fighting for the students. That's partially true, okay, partially true. But the idea that we should focus on in the student activism is where we are protecting the welfare and the student life in the campus by the right and smart way. It's not every time is about being rebellious or being a fighter, a warrior, but the idea is how can you make a deal with the management or with anyone who is taking care of the students in general in IIUM. And that's the job of our IIM Student Union. So we will see in different tenures, okay, in IIM Student Union, different management and different style of leadership.
I am a believer of when students, they are given by God that privilege that they can enter the higher learning institute, they need to give back to the society. But then they should not just give back in just doing anything normal people can do. They need to contribute the way that intellectuals can contribute. So they need to put on critical thinking. They need to do based on research and how to. They need to teach the society how to catch a fish, not only to give them fish. So especially in Harmony, where the society I'm from, we emphasize on sustainability. On if our project that helps society, it helps them to catch a fish, not only to give them fish. So that's the meaning of student activism. We try to become the solution to the problem, not only to patch and to give symptomatic treatment to the problem.
My opinion for the establishment of Iumsu, I think that time it gives me because I am new actually at that time I'm new for the student union, because myself don't know much about the Iumsu, but when I try to go deeper to understand what is student union, and it gives me satu perasaan yang sangat menakjubkan lah. Kalau kita tengok when we see the history of student union itself back in the 60s, we see how the student brought the voices of society to the national level.
So what I think is that this establishment, it doesn't have much difference from SRC, because from my observation, from my first year until my fifth year in IOM, student union doesn't do anything except that administration work. They didn't do any campaign, at least campaign to make students aware about what is their role.
Yes.
They are busy with their administration work. From what I see, maybe they have make some effort to do a town hall campaign, but they will only do this program when the election comes near around. So the problem with this establishment of Iumsu is that the idea of the skeleton of student forms is different, but the idea is still much the same, as much as student SRC before.
I think this is a great initiative, and a great initiative which will empower a lot of students, and even myself. I was in the I'm Student Union as an officer. Yes, I had experiences before I joined I'm Student Union, alhamdulillah, but still I cannot deny how much I'm Student Union helped me to grow and also to improve a lot of things in me. And this is where we need the I'm Student Union to be there and to be autonomous and to lead its own initiatives. I believe that I'm Student Union, students in general, they are having a lot of experiences, a lot of potential, and this kind of potentials need to be directly executed in the I'm Student Union.
I think besides the name of the book, there is other names that I know, because at that time there was a sit down between political fronts, and one of them is Rufi, and I know some names that he did a lot of work and also became the officers at that time. His name is Brother Yusuf Nazaruddin, Brother Qayyim Roslam, that name, as I remember.
Let me mention during the formation of the constitution itself, unfortunately, if I would like to mention a figure that it has been underappreciated or even not appreciated at all, it's the international community. It's not even a person, it's a whole community. It's a whole community was literally ignored, you know. that's the main thing we need to convey to all the students of IIUM, and to be mentioned everywhere that during the establishment of the Student Union, the international community were quite ignored. But Alhamdulillah, that's why I'm telling you, we were the first people establishing the International Affairs Office.
And also, the admins at that time is very pro-student and is very open to suggestions, which is very helpful, because the students don't need to do any kind of protest or any kind of strike to ensure that student union can exist. So as I said just now, Prof. Arif is very supportive of students. This is a very interesting question because there are internal and external factors. Student Union, the idea and the conferences happened in 2019. In 2020, there is COVID-19. So the impact of Student Union, maybe it is masked by the COVID-19 pandemic. And as we know that student activism slowed down quite considerably during the pandemic. And yeah, it is unfortunate, but I think the IIMSU actually have a potential to be much better than it is, but it needs time.
Actually, when we see the student union itself right now, I think it doesn't reach the target of ministry itself.
After extensive works of collecting data, we conclude that the establishment of IIUMSU still in an infancy stage and facing with some challenges that need to be put into consideration. The IIUMSU leadership must address these issues to evaluate and construct an idea or a solution of how to fix the circumstances. Despite with the existing issues, the IIUMSU in a university serves as the heartbeat of campus life, fostering a sense of community, engagement and empowerment among students. The public believes that it provides an opportunity for students to voice their opinions, organize events and contribute to the environment of campus culture. Through various services, activities and advocacy efforts, the IIUMSU have the capability to promote individual growth and development as well as constructing a high quality society. The establishment of IIUMSU is not just merely a physical space, but a vital institution that shapes the collegiate experience, connecting students to each other and to the broader community.